Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Leia and thank you for clicking on today's video. So today's video, I did what I'm gonna call like a holiday glam look. It's definitely something that you can wear to all your Christmas parties coming up. I actually am going to a Christmas party this Saturday, and I think this is something similar to what I want to do. I may go ahead and do a red lip. That's actually what I wanted to do in this tutorial, but it didn't turn out that way. I made a mistake and I added some pink in my crease, and I felt like that pink kind of threw off the vibe of my red lip, so I went ahead and went with a nude instead. But I think on Saturday when I actually do go to a Christmas party, I'm going to probably do more of like an icier lid with a red lip. But I still think this look is very festive. It has like a really nice liner. I don't do much liner anymore, but I did do one for this look, and I did put some glitter on my eyelids. I paired it with a nude lip, but again, please do a red lip. It's very festive. I put on my red sweater today. And yeah, actually Andrew and I are going to be going to our nieces and nephews' Christmas party, or like Christmas, like, you know when their schools, I don't know what it's called. Christmas program. It's called a Christmas program. We're going to go to their Christmas program today, so I'm going to actually wear this. It's very Christmassy. It's very festive, and so it made sense filming this. I don't exactly know when you're going to see this. You're probably going to see this in a couple of days, but today is Thursday, and yeah, we're going to go a little bit Christmas shopping today, and we're going to go to the holiday program. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and get ready and kind of do a trial of what I want to wear maybe this weekend for the Christmas party that I'm going to be going to, and I really hope that you like it. I'm going to stop rambling on because I tend to ramble forever, but please do give me a thumbs up if you like this tutorial, and please subscribe to my channel if you have not already. And yeah, if you want to see how I got this look, then just keep watching. So I am going to start off with my eyes first today. I really don't know exactly what look I want to do yet, so I figured I'm going to just start off with my eyes, because if I do have any fall, I can go ahead and clean it up. I am going to put a little bit of like this, it's called the Kapari Lip Glossy. I'm just going to put a little bit on my lips because I just brushed my teeth and they're like really dry feeling, so I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of that on. I'm actually going to take my ColourPop. This is Light 18. This is the No Filter Concealer. And I'm just going to prep my eyes with this, but I'm also going to put it around my eyes as well, since I don't have any foundation on yet. I kind of want to make sure that everything blends like seamlessly and doesn't look like there's like any harshness, I guess is what I'm trying to see. So anytime I always start with my eyes first, I always want to make sure that everything just blends nicely. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this like little layer of concealer on. I know it's going to look really weird right now, like it looks super white, but I mean, it'll all come together in the end. This is just my beauty blender. It's stamped. I already wet it. I am just using it to blend out. I do everything with the beauty blender. Or a sponge. It doesn't have to be a beauty blender, just sponge. I don't really use brushes as much as I use my sponge. And then today, to fill in my brows, I'm actually going to use the Morphe brow pencil. It is in the shade Mocha. However, I do wish that I got the other one, the deeper one. I don't even remember the color, but it's the one after this one. Only because I feel like this is very warm and it almost looks a little bit red. And I like something that's very deep and ashy looking. So I do like the pencil, and it's $5, so the price is on point. I just wish that I would have gotten like a deeper color. Okay, I went ahead and finished my brows. This is probably as good as they're gonna look. I do have a brow appointment coming up in a little bit and I desperately need to get them done. They're just really like out of control at this point and they're pretty long, so this is as good as they're gonna get. I'm gonna go ahead and move into eyeshadow. I don't know 100% sure the kind of look that I wanna do. I know I really want it to be like icy and like kind of like white Christmassy, so I do have these Naughty and Nice palettes. I think this was last year's Kylie Jenner Christmas. I didn't pick up this year's, but I do have last year's. They're both really pretty. This is the Naughty palette. Very pretty colors. I think, however, for the look I want to do, this is the Nice palette. I think I actually am going to go ahead and go in with this one. You can actually still purchase the Nice palette on her website. It's just, I think, in black packaging, but it's the same exact shadows, so you can recreate the look that I'm gonna do because you can still purchase the palette. Even though it was a holiday palette, she did bring it back. I think it was in such high demand. And realistically, I mean, you can wear most of these colors all year long. It's a very neutral palette with a couple pops of like colors. I mean, this actually doesn't really even scream holidays to me. It's just the packaging that screams holidays. Like, it's the Nice palette. And I thought I was gonna hate it because it's white, but it's actually, you know, been holding up really well, and it has the pretty mirror. And yeah, it's pretty neutral. I don't really think it screams so much holiday, but I'm gonna go ahead and start with this palette and use it for like the transition shades. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started with my Sephora Pro 10 crease brush. And I'm gonna take, let's see, I'm gonna start with Lullaby, this color right here. And then I'm gonna start packing Santa Baby right on top of that. So this is just gonna go straight in the crease. Back and forth, back and forth. Oop. Oh no, I just dropped the palette all over my leg. And all the eyeshadow smeared. It's okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and start again with Lullaby and run that back and forth in the crease, and again put Santa Baby literally right on top of it. I like to layer up my transition shades. I feel like that gives you the best like end result of how everything looks just super blown out and super blended. So that's what I'm gonna go ahead and do. So Lullaby is actually not even really showing up. I feel like this is a good color pretty much to like just set my eyelids. So I'm actually just gonna go in with Santa Baby to deepen that up because Lullaby is very, very faint of a color. Next, I think I'm gonna go in with the shade Ginger Snap. It's this shade right here in the middle. It's very like mustardy. It's a brown, but more like a mustardy yellow actually. Not necessarily a brown, but more of like a mustard yellow. And I'm gonna go ahead and pack that in the crease as well. Maybe this one not as like high as I did the other two. Maybe exactly in the crease and kind of pushing a little bit lower. Again, I'm just building up crease work right now. For some reason, it seems like the shadows aren't even really like... I've used this palette many times and I've gotten great pigmentation, but for some reason it seems like these shadows aren't even like coming off as pigmented as I normally do, which is weird because I'm not doing anything different. Maybe I'll swap brushes right now because this is more of a fluffy brush to blow out color. Maybe I'll swap brushes right now and see if that makes a difference. I'm gonna swap to my MAC 217 brush, and I'm kind of gonna mix Santa Baby and Macaroon, which is these two colors right here. I'm gonna go ahead and just mix them together and again run that through the crease. I'm really just choosing a lot of shadows just to build up the crease work and see kind of what it comes out to be. See, that is showing up really well, so it could have possibly have been my brush. I'm actually gonna add a little more Santa Baby because I don't want it to be as pink. A little pinky in there is cool, but not too pink. And then with this pencil brush, I'm actually gonna go ahead. There's a lot of fallout in the pan, but I actually was digging in the pan. Hot Cider is this deep, kind of like chocolate color. I'm gonna go ahead and start packing on this color on the outer V. to deepen up the outer V area, and then I'll take a blending brush and blend that out. So I'm really just kind of placing this right here, and then I will blend it out. I'm gonna go ahead and take, I think this is a Moda brush. It's a Moda crease brush. I'm just gonna go ahead and take this and just start blending out that color, which, you know what? I'm not gonna take that brush. I'm actually just gonna go back in with my 217 because I don't know if that crease brush is gonna blend everything away, and I don't really want that to happen. I really want that color to stay there. I'm just trying to blend it out, not actually like blend it away. And because that Moda brush is a crease brush, I think it's supposed to like loosely, you know, deposit color where it's meant more so for a crease. And I don't want that to happen. I want to build up a color. I'm actually also going to take Wonderland, which is that, it's kind of like a maroonish shade. It's right there. Very deep, pretty burgundy shade. I'm going to go ahead and take that and kind of combined it with the hot cider color. And actually when I swatch it, just looking at the swatch, it does kind of look like a burgundy-ish brown. So it's not even that burgundy. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of put it like right here in the center and then kind of combine it in with the hot cider color. And maybe it'll deepen it up a little bit more or make it maybe a little bit more berry. Which is very, very festive and very Christmassy as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and just mix those two together. Okay, I'm actually gonna go back in with that Moda brush, but I'm gonna go ahead and just take Santa Baby and the Macaroon shade again, and then just kind of further blend out all the work that I've done with this crease brush. I think I'm gonna cut the crease a little bit and see how that works. I didn't expect it to turn out as like, it looks a little bit more pinky, but it's because I used the Macaroon shade. I probably shouldn't have used that, but I'm gonna go ahead and just continue with it, and hopefully everything turns out for the best. So I am gonna go ahead and cut the crease. I'm just gonna go ahead and put a little bit more of the ColourPop concealer. I don't wanna put too much because I think last time I put too much. I'm trying to just put a thin layer. I guess like my trick is like to look up. That's what I've always done, and it's kind of worked for me. Again, I'm not the best with cutting creases, but I mean, I'm able to get the job done, I guess. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this Morphe M170 brush, and I'm just gonna go ahead and try to cut it as best as I can. Sometimes I feel like maybe I don't put enough actual product, that maybe I feel like it gets pretty dry where it doesn't look as cut. I don't know, like I said, I'm still a work in progress with my cut creases. So I think the main point of a cut crease is just to have a base down so your lid shade will pop more, which it still does. Yeah, I don't think I do the best cut creases, but my lid shade will still pop. It all does the same effect. But maybe I do need to put a little bit more product, because like this one looks like it's pretty dried out. So I think I'm going to add a little bit more. I think I'm just going to add a little bit more on this side because it looks a little bit dried out where I'm not really able to cut it as much. And maybe I'll add just a little bit more on that side. Maybe that'll do the trick. At this stage of your eye makeup, it always looks like, what am I doing? But I do promise it will come together in the end. For my lid shade, I do have like 3 different options. I don't know which ones that I want to do. This is called Blonde Streak from MAC. I don't know if it's still available. I will take a look, but it's just kind of like a very icy like lid color. It's really, really pretty. I haven't used it in a while, but it's definitely kind of like the look I'm going for the lid shade. I also have this Lilly White MAC pigment. This one specifically was limited edition. However, I know they have a lot of them that are very, very similar, but this is again just like a very icy, it almost looks a little yellowish, but when you blend it out, it just looks more icy. I might use that one. I also thought about going into the palette and taking Jack Frost, which is also, this one I think pulls a little bit more yellow than the Lily White from MAC. So I think I'm actually gonna go ahead and take the MAC pigment. I haven't used a pigment in a really long time. I'm gonna go ahead and take it on my MAC 242 brush. And then again, I just washed these brushes, so I love a good, nice, clean brush. I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit of that Lily White pigment color, and I'm gonna put a little bit into the cap. Tap it off, and then I'm gonna apply directly to my eyelid and see how that ends up looking. Wow, it's very like icy looking. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pack that on my lid. It definitely looks weird right now, but we will blend it and make it work. This is always the stage in my eye makeup where I feel like, oh my god, it's going like completely south, but you just kind of have to continue with it, and then you'll see like everything ends up coming together in the end. But yeah, it's like, what the hell did I get myself into? But anyway, just keep going with your eye look, and then it'll come together in the end. So I went ahead and packed on that color, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do the same on the other eye. And we're done. Just kidding, we're nowhere near done. This looks not cute right now, so we are not done. Now, I'm gonna start blending this baby out. I'm gonna use literally the same colors that I used before. I'm gonna start with trying to blend out on top, and I'm just gonna use Santa Baby because I don't want it to pull any more pink. So I'm just gonna use Santa Baby and just blend this color out on top. Okay, now I'm actually gonna go in with MAC Blonde Streak, only because I feel like this eye makeup doesn't look as bright and icy as I hoped it would. It looks very dull, so I want to add something else to it. I'm actually gonna just take it on my finger really quick and see how that looks. Okay, it's adding a little bit more sparkle and brightening it up a little bit, because like I said, it just looks the color looks too yellowy, the Lily White. Considering it's called Lily White, it does look a little bit yellowy, and I want it to look more like white and icy. So this actually is brightening it up a bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that all over the lid. If this color and the Lily White pigment is still available, I will link it down in the description box. If it's not, you can find something super comparable to this. It's just like a very icy, it almost looks like it has like glitter, but it's not really that much glitter. It's just very like icy metallic looking, and it's very like bright. And then the Lily White is just a pigment, and it's like, it's also like a bright, but it has a little bit, I feel like, of a yellow tint to it. So if that specific pigment is available, there's always something that is super comparable. So this is also a MAC glitter. It's called Reflex Gold, but it's not really gold. It's more of just like a white icy glitter. I'm actually gonna go ahead and add that to the eye. I'm gonna go ahead and take my Too Faced, this is the Shadow Insurance glitter glue. I'm gonna put a little bit on my finger. I'm gonna take off the top part because it's a little bit crusted. So just take a little bit on my finger, and I'm just gonna kind of pat that over like my lid shade, and I'm gonna go ahead and place the glitter on top of that. Now I'm gonna work one eye at a time because I don't want it to dry down. I'm literally just gonna take it, shake the bottle. I mean, look how that is super glittery. And then I'm gonna place that right on top. Okay, so it does almost have like a gold reflect. I'm telling you, I have not used this glitter in such a long time, but it definitely does have that like gold reflect to it, even though it looks very icy in the cap or in the bottle or tube or whatever it's called. Yeah, it does have like this gold reflect to it, which I'm not mad about. Again, I really wanted to go like icy white, but it seems like everything I use, you know what? I made a mistake and I should have put like a white base down and I didn't, which is again, okay. I'm sure this is gonna turn out kind of like what I wanted anyways, but for future, again, I love makeup just as much as you guys do, and I learn as I go. So I do like this. I'm just gonna use a brush and pack on more glitter to kind of like round it out on my eyelid. Okay, so I actually am gonna do some liner today. This is the Inglot number 77 gel liner, and I'm gonna do a wing. I don't really like dramatic wings. I'm very soft with my wings. I just don't like the way a dramatic wing looks on me. So this is a Sigma EO5 brush. It's just a nice pointed end, and these are the best type of brushes that I like to use to do a wing. Or any type of liner. So I'm just gonna go ahead and roll this a little bit in my gel pot, and then I'm just gonna start my wing. I always hold my eye a little bit. I don't tug, I just do a quick hold. So I just kind of angle this out to like the end of my brow bone, bring it out slightly, and then connect it. I don't really like to talk a lot when I'm doing this because I don't want to mess up. I'm gonna go ahead and keep them that way for now, and then I'm gonna add some mascara and put on some lashes. I'm just gonna use this Tarte Big Ego. I'm still trying to use it up. It's definitely not my favorite when I just wear mascara on my, like, just no lashes. It's not the mascara that I reach for. But when I'm just gonna put on some false lashes, I always reach for this because I don't really care, I guess, how my lashes look underneath. I'm just trying to give them a coat of mascara. But to me, this mascara doesn't really do much for my lashes. It just gives them a coat. So on Black Friday, I actually, Lilly Lashes was having a sale, and I ordered all of these lashes. This came in a set. It's their premium synthetic. And I think it was like $35 for all of them or something like that. And then these two are the faux mink, and they were also on sale. These are the Tokyo ones, and I'm gonna go ahead and put those on, try them out. So I have my lashes on, and I think it does make a huge difference in this eye look. So for some reason, my right eye is so much easier to put on than my left eye. My eyes are not the same. I have an astigmatism in both eyes, but this eye is shaped more like a basketball, and this eye is shaped more like a football. I don't know if you can tell, but this eye is a lazy eye. I've had this problem my whole life. For some reason, this eye is always so hard to put lashes on. I don't know if it's because of the shape, but it's just harder. This eye, it's a lot easier to put, and this eye is like, gives me a hard time every single time. I'm gonna do my face, and then I'll come back and do my lower lash line, but I will list all the products that I use in the description box. Okay, went ahead and zoomed you on in so we can finish the lower lash line. I already did my full face. Again, everything will be listed in the description box below. All I really have to do is just take off some of the powder and do my lipstick. So I'm gonna go back in with hot cider, and I'm gonna pack it on my lower lash line with this pencil brush, and then I'm gonna go ahead and blend it out. So I'm gonna go ahead and just take it and run it along the lower lash line. And again, you can go as super smoked out as you want or as neat and clean as you want. It's completely up to you. This is a holiday like festive look, so I do want to go a little bit more smoky with it. So I'm just going to go ahead and place down a pretty good layer of this color. And I think I'm actually going to go in with Wonderland as well, which was that burgundy shade. And I'm going to kind of mix them together. But I'm going to first lay down this hot cider color, and then I'm going to go in with Wonderland. I'm going to take Santa Baby and then just blend those two out. I'm gonna do the inner corner highlight, and again the highlight I used was Butterscotch and Starburst from the Sugar palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm gonna use that as my inner corner highlight. Maybe actually I'm gonna add a little bit of Marshmallow too. So I'm gonna do those three, and then I'm just gonna go ahead. Oh yeah, I think Marshmallow makes it a little bit more icier. So that's gonna be my inner corner highlight. So I'm gonna add those three and then Marshmallow on top. Go ahead and just retouch up a little bit of my makeup that could have been dusted away with the powder. Okay, I'm actually gonna just quickly put this into my waterline. It's just a black coal. It's from Vintage. Again, it's not my favorite, but I use what I have. Everything that I use, I buy myself. I've collected it over the years. I do not get sent anything for free. So you just have to use what you got, because makeup is really expensive. It's an expensive hobby and it adds up really quick. So use what you got. And I'm gonna tightline as well. I'm gonna go ahead and coat my lower lash line as well with some mascara. Since we're already done with our lower lash line eyeshadow. I don't even know what that called. Just so your lower lash line eyeshadow, we already did that. And we already did liner, so I'm gonna go ahead and put some mascara. I'm sorry guys, in my tutorials I feel like I get really tongue-tied because again, YouTube is very new to me, so I'm not used to filming and explaining me getting ready. I've always just gotten ready and watched movies or something. So it is really different. I will get more used to it. And again, I'm just a beginner at this, so I'm not gonna be like your favorite YouTubers like a pro. I'm, you know, just starting off. I'm a little bit behind the gang, but I will get there. Okay, I originally wanted to do a red lip because it's very holiday festive, and I would have used the Fenty liquid lip with the Kylie lip liner. It's the uncensored color. This is like my favorite red ever, and it definitely screams holiday. However, I did add that pink in the eyeshadow, which I shouldn't have done that, but whatever, it happened. But I do like the way my eye turned out. So I'm actually gonna go in with a nude instead. And I'm gonna take Spice lip liner, and then I'm gonna use Dose of Color Nude Mood, which is the color I got in my BoxyCharm, but again, you can still buy them on their website. And then I'm gonna take Marc Jacobs Sugar Sugar. This is a little mini size, which I think they do sell them, or you can just buy the full size one. So that's a lip combo I'm gonna wear today. But again, if you do want to put on that red lipstick, go ahead and do it. I feel like I probably should just do that, but I just don't want it to look a little off. But this was my original plan. It's just not gonna happen today because I kind of mixed too many colors in my crease where I feel like it's not gonna match. So I'm just gonna go ahead and sharpen this a little bit and then apply my lip liner. This is the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I'm gonna go ahead and spray my face. I think I'm actually gonna put Kat Von D Ophelia. I'm gonna mix that kind of in the middle because I feel like this lip is turning a little bit more orangey. So I'm gonna kind of put this lighter color in the middle and blend it out. Actually, that's not even that much lighter. It looks fairly similar to the other color. I'm gonna go ahead and try Sugar Cookie from Too Faced, which, okay, yeah, that one is more of like a, I don't know, it looks more cool-ish and not as warm, because the liquid lip that I put on was starting to look too orangey, and I didn't want it to look too orangey or too warm. So this kind of balances it out where it brings it back more cool tone or more neutral tone. Too Faced Child Star is permanent on their line, and that is a really good dupe for it. And also Anastasia Beverly Hills Pure Hollywood is also a really good dupe for that as well. So let that dry, which is pretty dry at this point, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add Sugar Sugar, and I'm just gonna dab it. And then blend it out again with my finger. Alright guys, and that is the finished look. Wow, we made it to the end. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and take my hair down. But yeah guys, that is the finished look for today. This is my holiday look this year. Again, I envisioned a completely different look when I started. I really wanted to do a very icy white like eyelid with a red lip. It didn't turn out that way, but I do love the way this makeup looks. I still do have glitter on my eye, and I just had to do a nude lip because I did add that pink shade in the crease, and I didn't think it was going to match well with a red lip. But I do have my red sweater on, which is, you know, screaming holidays to me. Anyways, I really hope that you did enjoy this tutorial. Please do give me a like, and please subscribe to my channel if you have not already. I really hope you have some great holidays this year. I know not everyone is going through the best times. Some people are going through struggles with their family, you know, with their friends, with their loved ones, or some people have loved ones in the hospitals, or some people might have just lost a loved one. So holidays are not always very joyful for a lot of people, but just know that, you know, it's just a season to have the lights and to feel the love and the warmth and the Christmas carols, and it's the season of Jesus and Jesus's birth. So just know there's more to the holidays than just, you know, presents and all the stressful stuff. You know, it's all in our hearts, and I really hope that you guys have a great holiday season, whatever you're celebrating, whether it's Merry Christmas or Happy Hanukkah or Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate. I hope it's magical and it's everything that you want. And just know that 2020 is around the corner, and it's going to be a great year, hopefully a better year or the best year yet. And I'm going to stop talking. I thank you so much again for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!